Your immediate reaction to these? The PDP, the main opposition party in Nigeria, is saying they do not want Amina Zakari.
Well, I'm not sure when you talk of being opposition party. There's a way we just, PDP, to say that it's main opposition, I think it's a bit subjective. We also an opposition party.
But if you said a main,
yeah.
or they're major, well.
The devil's in the
details. One of the biggest parties, isn't it?
Yeah, one of the parties, and they said so. But I think I can only speak for my party, and in particular the Kwara State branch of Labour Party. I think, first, the matter of principle, and that has been our reaction on the attempt to amend the Electoral Act. It's important that you make the rules very clear, not on the eve of elections. For me, I thought, I have no doubt in terms of the profile of the major appointments that have been made. They all served INEC before. Mrs. Zakari, everybody knows her, that she used to be acting at a point, chairman of INEC, chairperson of INEC. So, to that extent, I don't think we can doubt our level of independence and objectivity. But my reservation, and our reservation, would be that when you want to make such appointment, you need to make them much more earlier, in a way that we are clear.
Sorry, can you correlate our relationship with the president? If truly she's related, she's a blood relation to the president.
I think at the end of the day, all of us seems to be related in one way or the other. We need to be clear.
So there's nothing wrong in that?
Yeah, fundamentally. I think what is important is our pedigree in terms of objectivity, independence, and I think she was acted, as a chairperson of INEC, approved by the president. I also said confirm also to act at that period. To that extent, I think we should be able to have the trust. We are not going to drive this electoral process if there's no trust in the true sense of the word. But my major concern is that it will have been better that INEC seems to be more proactive, much more earlier for us to do all the discussions, and also because now positions are adding, everybody is checking who's talking, who's been appointed, and then, objectivity goes to the wind. But for me and for us in Kwara State, our position is very simple. Once she's from INEC, even the one on the, is it on the first appointment, the Vice used to also be an officer of INEC. To that extent, I think we have the trust about it. And I think on a last note, let me quickly rub it this way. The way we are going to make the election to be free and fair and be truly transparent depends on how all the political actors, conduct themselves in this election. I think we should focus on issues, debate them, because at the end of the day, it is the ordinary working man and woman, market women, students who are qualified to vote who will determine this process. And they will only vote based on issues that we put on the table. So for me, I think we should have an eye on the ball, not on the legs. And I think on the last note, we can disagree on issues, but we don't need to be disagreeable. Otherwise we get stopped.
Let me reach out to Mr. Akali in our Abuja studio. Mr. Akali, do you think INEC as it stands right now can be trusted with what they have done over the time? If the opposition PDP is saying you cannot appoint this person, can we trust INEC to make that kind of decision, considering what allegations of blood relationship of Mrs. Amina Zakari?
Well, like I said at the beginning of this our conversation, I said that during election time, everybody is tested. Our institutions are tested, our laws are tested, individuals involved in various assignments and responsibilities are also tested. Virtually, we have gone into the partisan environment now. Every decision, every action by any agency or individual is always seen in a different light. I agree with my friend Issa Aremu that maybe if some of these decisions were made earlier, they will not provoke all this kind of apprehension. But I also agree with him totally that ultimately what matters is the voters that are going to decide about the election in 2019. So while we believe INEC has been doing a lot of, re-engineering the electoral process, but still Nigerians are also watchful, especially political parties, contestants, and other interested parties. Therefore, it's normal that every decision of INEC or any agency of government that is dealing with election will be under microscopic, analysis, every step, every decision. So I think in a way it's also strengthened the various institutions, including INEC itself. And that we believe that what is before us now is for Nigerians to look at the issues before us.
Okay.
And what is there that's on offer?
Professor Akali, so that we can conclude the conversation tonight. And I'd like you to, maybe in one sentence, tell us, from your own standpoint, do you think INEC is ready for this election, from your standpoint? Just in a sentence.
Well, I think from what we have seen at the beginning of last year up to now, the timetable has been designed and been faithfully followed. Up to now, we have not seen evidence of shifts without any reason. And it's like a textbook approach. So somehow it evokes confidence that the people there in INEC, they know what they are doing. So I think what the PDP is raising is the usual issue that whenever a decision is taken, how is it going to affect the overall conduct of the election? So I think that's the concern.
All right.
Of course, also it put the INEC on notice that in all future decisions, they should be mindful that Nigerians are watching them very closely.
Okay. All right. Let's close the conversation with Mr. Aremu's final thoughts. If you do that in less than a minute, so that we can go.
Yeah, I think well, if you ask me whether INEC is ready, well, I think I'm a practical example of the readiness of INEC. I was an aspirant. INEC witnessed our primary, in which I became a candidate. My name has been on ballot box. Like any other querents, I've gotten my PVC. I think this is the time for statesmanship, not just partisanship. I think we should have confidence in our institution. But I agree with Professor Alikali that we have the right to question, to really do engagement, but we should have the trust and public force. And when you talk of INEC, INEC is already tested. They've conducted a series of elections over the years, and I think this one will not be different. But however, all of us have to be vigilant and then get our people. And I think Labour Party were more than ready. It was INEC that conducted the election that made for us to win twice in Ondo State. Thank you very much, Shegun.
Thank you so much, Mr. Isa Aremu. Comrade Isa Aremu.
Yeah, very well.
The Kwara State Labour Party governorship candidate. And Professor Alkali, thank you so much for coming on the program tonight. Well, that's our show today, everyone. Many thanks for watching. Be vigilant. That's what my guests are saying. I'm Sean Kimberley. Bye-bye.